Oh yeah, love a good crack in the morning. Oh, neck crack's best thing. So, did you know that the success of an application, a town planning application, depends entirely on which assessment major you get and which side of the bed they wake up on in the morning? Yeah. Okay, so this statement really annoys me. And annoys me for two key reasons. First and foremost, there is nothing better for a client's stress levels than having them think that the success of their proposal, their 6-figure or 7-figure renovation or new build proposal, is hanging on a thread or determined by a lottery ticket. Not even a lottery ticket where you get to choose the numbers, a lottery ticket where it's kind of a you get what you get and you don't get upset type situation. Like, that is a nightmare for people like myself to have to manage. And more importantly, number two, it's just so not true. Like, having worked in council, I know that there is a chain of command. I know that those applications have to go through so many different hands before it pops out the other end. So the idea that an assessment major just wakes up one day and goes, you know what, I'm peeved off with the world today. I'm just going to hate on everyone's applications and say no to everyone's applications. Just, it doesn't hold true. It just does not happen that way. That said, whilst I'll sit here and just say, look, it's just unrealistic, blah, 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 I do understand where people are coming from with those statements. So I do understand where it stems from and where people get that impression. See, people look at houses and they go, hold on a sec, Bob next door or Jane down the street, they were able to do exactly the same thing. And now I can't do the same thing. What's going on here? I mean, same type of house, same type of proposal, same streetscape setting, like what is going on here? The only thing different possibly in this scenario is the assessment major. So it has to be the assessment major, right? So yeah, like I get where people are coming from, but the reality is it's not the assessment manager. It's the time period that you're lodging the application in. See, you need to understand that when it comes to town planning, the rules are constantly evolving, changing, adapting, all of that stuff in response to pressure points. So as political priorities, let's just say, change and evolve in response to public feedback, council has to tighten, generally speaking, tighten the rules. Or as they start to see unintended consequences of certain things that they've approved, they go, oh, okay, yeah, kind of didn't envisage it would work that way. We're gonna have to crack down on that and make sure that doesn't happen in the future. And most of the time it is tightening. There is very few situations where you see it go the other way. The only situation I can really think of off the top of my head was March, April 2020 when COVID first hit and everyone thought the world was going to implode. It was a situation where the political priority right then and there was stimulate the economy, make sure people still have jobs so that they can survive, all of that sort of stuff. So during that time period, there was a lot of pressure to not bog things down, to get things moving, to not be so critical, not scrutinize things in so much detail, etc., etc. So yeah, that was a very brief period in council's history where we go, oh, that was a free-for-all. Like whenever I look at applications, people are like, how did they do it? I go, oh, COVID period, different times back then. So yeah, most of the time it's tightening as opposed to loosening, except for a couple of periods there. So yeah, when you look at these situations, it's not a case of it's a new assessment major or a different assessment major or they're having a bad day, etc., etc. It's a case of the fact that you've lodged it after the previous example that you're looking at. Different time period, different political pressures, different pressure points, all of that sort of stuff. Now, the moral of the story, or the reason why I wanted to talk about this today is I would like to encourage building design professionals to have these conversations with clients to help manage the stress levels so that we don't have people, like I said at the beginning, just sitting there thinking that their whole renovation proposal or a new build proposal or whatever it is just determined by a lottery ticket that they have no control over. Because yeah, it leads to so much unnecessary stress. Okay, I think that covers off everything I want to talk about today. As I always like to say, until next time, thanks for watching.
For all you red tape lovers out there, I have one thing to say. Well, no, actually, I've got three. Number one, the advice provided in these videos is general in nature. It's not site-specific. You would be a silly Billy to go and make financial decisions based on this advice without first checking with the town planner. Don't be a silly Billy. Number two, Brisbane town planning is in no way linked to Brisbane City Council. The views expressed in these videos are my own, not council's. So if you don't like them, blame me, not council. Number three, what was my number three? Oh yeah, the views expressed in these videos are accurate at the time of recording. If you're watching this video back 10 years from now, the views may not be so accurate. That's all. Bye.